Hello, creative friends. This is Joy coming to you with another art journal page, and I am using the inspiration sticks that I created to do this art journal page with. And the first thing that I picked was glitter shimmer. So I grabbed this glitter glue. Well, it's not a stick, it's like a tube of glitter glue, and I was originally going to just do some dots, but then it was kind of smudgy, so I'm like, well, I'll just go with the smudgy circles and put those on this art journal page. One of the things after going through this, and the next stick that I pulled there was stamping. One of the things I realized after going through this is that I should have either put color on the page first or took one of the colored sticks, like say the blue sticks, and put on there the different coloring mediums that I have for putting color on a page, so that I would know to pick one of those first to get color on the page first, instead of going straight into doing things like I'm doing here. Because after I got so far along, I'm like, well, I don't even have color on this page, and I've got all this stuff on the page, so now what do I do? So I don't know, I may end up remedying that problem, or just trying to do some color on the page, but I think it would be better if I try to take and rearrange what I have on the sticks, so that, like I said, all the blues are, types of medium for putting color on a page, and then I would know, oh, pick a blue first to get your color, and then you can pick anything else after that. But I do end up remedying that problem with this page here. You'll see shortly. So the next thing I pulled was paint pens. So I decided to do more circles because I didn't know what else to do. So I just kept doing more circles around the glitter glue, and then, as you see there, outside of the glitter glue is still wet, so I was trying to be careful not to get it on the paint pen, but I did get it on there and was having to wipe it off so that it would work, because I don't want it to ruin the paint pens that I'm using. And then the next one was tape transfer, and so I was like, okay. So then I grab my packing tape and I go through my stash and find this picture that I thought would look, what good on the page, that I liked, and decided to do a tape transfer of it. So you put masking tape on there, you burnish it really, really well, and then you wet the back of it and start peeling off the paper and the pulp. And then what you're left with is an image on the tape. And this is where the point where I got to where I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even have color on this page yet. So how am I supposed to put this on the page and then get color on it afterwards? And especially get color on the page with all of the glitter glue and the stamping and the paint pens and stuff I had already done to this page. So, I mean, my only option at this point, I'm thinking, is just to use spray ink. Otherwise, I'd be covering everything up. So the next thing I pulled was oil pastels, and I was going to use those crayons, but I decided, no, I do have oil pastels that I got recently, and I haven't even opened them yet. So this is a good time to use products that I've purchased, and part of the reason, too, for doing the inspiration sticks is to get me to use maybe things that I have in my stash and haven't used in a long time, or haven't used at all, because I have stuff I've bought and still in packages and never used them. So yeah, this is, to kind of help me, use more of the products that I have. And so here it's like, okay, at this point I need color on the page. So I put up my piece of cardboard to keep the spray from going everywhere, and then I sprayed some Dylusion spray on the page just to get some color on there. So I was thinking, I feel like that pulling 5 sticks is probably a good number. I mean, you get any more than that, and it's gonna, to me, get to be too much. So I'm thinking, okay, now I'm at the point where I need to finish the page. I have my tape transfer. What else am I going to put on the page? And I decided I wanted to put a quote on the page, but I wanted the quote on a tag. So I found a tag in my stash to put the quote on, and then I'm using my paint pen to do a border around the quote that's on the tag. And this quote is about dreams. So the quote says, "Whatever our dreams, ideas, or projects, we plant a seed, nurture it, and then reap the fruits of our labors." So I really like that. And plus I found a title to put on this page as well that's all about dreams. And the quote was kind of on the tag a little kind of off center and cockeyed. So I thought, well, I'll just trim around it, and that way it'll at least not look so cockeyed. If that's a word. That's a word. In art, we're allowed to make up words. So anyway, I decided to give the paint pen border a quick dry so I didn't smear it. And then I wanted to tie this little piece of orange string on it, but the hole, there's not a whole lot on there, and it just kind of broke through. So I stuck a piece of masking tape on the back of it to try to reinforce the hole, and then I punched through the masking tape and then added the string. But I thought that it would be nice to give it a little pop of orange on the page, since there's so much blue on the page. I used, the blue glitter glue and blue paint pen for the circles and the blue oil pastels, and so I just thought it would be nice to have some orange on the page. So here's the title that I found in my stash to put on the page: "Never ever give up on your dreams." And I thought, well, I can't just put it, on the page with matte medium, because for one, the glitter glue is still wet and it probably will take overnight to dry. And plus, if I try to put it on the page and go over the top of it like I like to do, it's going to reactivate and smear the Dylusion spray ink that I put on the page. So it's probably best to put it on a piece of cardboard or a piece of cardstock, colored cardstock, and then that way I can use glue dots to affix the title to the page, and I won't then have to worry about it smearing anything. Everything will still be okay and intact. So that's what I'm doing here. I use my paint pen to, as you saw, to draw around it, and then I'm just trying to go around the edges of it to make sure that I have a nice border around it before putting it on my page. But I really like the tape transfer that I did for this, and with all the blue on this, I don't know, it does kind of remind me of, I guess your, dreams or dreaming. So here I'm using the glue dots to put down the tape transfer, the title, and the quote that I have for the page. But it seemed like it needed a little something else, and maybe another bit of orange on the page. So I found another quote that says, "Nothing can dim the light which shines from within." And it had a little blue frame around it, but I decided I wanted it orange. So I used a matte medium, put it on this orange piece of cardstock, and then I'm coloring the frame around it with the orange paint pen. And I go around it a couple of times because I want it to be, I give it a quick dry and go around it again because I wanted it to be a nice bright orange to go with the rest of the page. So once I finished getting the orange border around this, I cut this out and then affix it to the page as well with a glue dot. So that's pretty much the page for today. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button, or you could subscribe to see more of my videos, or you can comment. I would love to hear from you. I really enjoy doing these videos and sharing what I do with everyone. This is a lot of fun doing these art journal pages, and you know, this is how I like to get my creative outlet. I don't get paid for creating these videos. I'm not affiliated with any product or anything. It's just what I like to do, just to have fun playing around with products and different techniques and stuff. So that's pretty much the art journal for today. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.